upper leg, posterior or hamstring strengthening, the back of the upper leg. I'm going to show you exercises just using the Swiss ball that you can do that are safe for strengthening the hamstrings. I'm going to go ahead and lie my back. I'm going to place both legs up on the ball. Now, elbows or hands on the floor so you don't roll off the ball when you come up. Second thing is, the closer the ball, the easier the exercise. The further the ball away, the harder the exercise. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the ball kind of far out there. And what we're going to do is a simple ball bridge, okay? So ball bridge is simply lifting that bottom up as high as you can off the table, back down, just touch and pop right back up. Now, this is also an exercise for the lower back and the glutes, so it's in other videos as well. And this is just a simple ball bridge using both legs, okay? That's also, though, using some of the hamstring muscles, which is what we're working. Second exercise is definitely going to start to bring the hamstrings into the mix a little bit more. I'm going to pull the ball in. I'm going to maintain it so it looks like I'm sitting from the side. My knees are bent at 90. My hips are bent at 90. I'm going to try to keep my knees in that position, and what I'm going to do is now pick my bottom up and back down. Just let it touch and bring it right back up. So I'm trying to hold that 90-degree bend in the knees while lifting and lowering my hips from the table. So we could just call this a bent knee ball raise. And I'm going to slowly let that down. The third exercise, we're going to let the ball start out quite far. I'm going to go ahead and perform a ball bridge, but this time I'm going to hold it up in the air. So I'm going to bridge that back up. And while that back stays up in the air and I stay nice and steady on the table, I'm going to pull that ball in and let it out. Now when you let it out, don't let the ball all the way out to where your knees are straight. Keep it slightly flexed at the end point. Bring it back in. Okay, so we'll call this a ball bridge with leg curls. Now that's 3 exercises. We can take that a step further for every single one of these. So the first thing I showed you was a ball bridge. Now we're going to do a ball bridge, but we're just going to use a single leg. So a lot more effort on one leg. Then we'll do, switch so as not to tire out the one leg. We're going to do the single leg ball bridge with the knee bent at 90 degrees. Also, much harder. But this is how you individually work the hamstrings of each leg. And then the final exercise with a single leg. You're going to do the ball bridge with the leg curl. So the first thing you're going to do is bridge up. So you're going to pull that leg in and out. Nice and slow, as steady as you can. Try not to let the ball roll out from underneath you. And try not to let that leg straighten all the way when you're doing this. So on all of those, where you use both legs, for me, 20 to 30 repetitions would be sufficient. When I'm using a single leg, 15 to 20 maximum. So again, that's upper leg, posterior hamstring strengthening exercises using the Swiss ball.